Good morning, welcome. I see us coming alive, finally on the Book of Face and on the Tube of You. We are in fact there. It looks that way. If you are watching us, if you are tuned in this morning, we would love to hear from you and say hello. Emmett is saying hello.
Emmett's saying, please pet me because I'm a pet.
No, he's saying, go on, I dare you, I'll rip another hole in your hand. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, well, I finally healed up from the last bout.
So we had some entertainment this morning, trying to go online. It seems that, of course, there's been new, better, brighter, bigger, faster, more apps that had to all be updated and all the permissions had changed.
Hey,
so we had to log into absolutely everything.
We're ahead of time. It's 2 minutes up.
We are, and apparently we do have a viewer. So welcome, viewer, if you are watching us. Say hello, or do I have to log out of here and log back in again? Because that might be the case before I see anything. So just say hi, whoever's watching this, say hi, and then I'll know it's actually working and I've not gone completely insane. Although, that's not exclusive.
That's debatable.
Yes. So, is anybody watching on the Tube of You? Is anybody actually seeing us?
There are 2 people on Facebook.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, there you go. Joe's watching us. Hello, Joe.
Hey,
right.
Joe, it's working.
Welcome.
Yay.
Yeah, all right. We'll assume then we're working. Oh, and hello, Mike. Apparently everybody's chiming in now. Perhaps it took a moment or 3. So, good morning, and welcome to Elevensies with Lisa and Anton, the late morning show, which we're actually early because it's not even 11 o'clock yet. So we're early for the late morning show, which is interesting. Hello, Wendy.
Ho, ho, ho. It's already started.
Ho.
Yeah. I say ho, ho, ho from now till New Year's. When anybody says, how are you? I just say ho, ho, ho. Actually, this year's not so bad.
No.
People are being quite nice.
So far, but our customers are. We're very blessed. We have lovely customers.
We don't have to venture out into muggledom,
no,
so that's the pleasure of it all.
Yes. Very seldom does a Karen come into our store. I don't think we're not really a Karen kind of store, are we, really?
I don't know why they chose that name, but anyway.
Well, it's Karen and Kevin, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Educate me. What do you call the male equivalent of a Karen? You know, somebody who must stamp their feet and demand to see the manager immediately because, they're so important.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway, well, welcome to Elevensies.
Yes.
And we had a 2-day little missing in action.
Well, we were in action.
Well, we definitely were in action.
That was in action, not inaction, sat on our arse doing nothing,
If for people who didn't see, we got in 24 boxes of books and tarot. So the tarot room and book room is crammin' jammin'. There are over 2,400 pieces in the tarot section.
I know Jen's going to be cursing you today because
she's finishing.
It's got to tidy up.
But so there's I think we decided there's about 1,200 different decks because many of them we just have one of. Hi, Kathleen. But a few of them we have more of, the traditional ones that sell all the time. And we've got over 2,000 different book titles now.
It's wild.
So if you're looking for anything on a metaphysical subject, we probably have a book for that.
We do.
And I don't know. I know that a lot of people just look things up online, but I like having a book. I like the texture of it and
And you can, a book is such an evocative thing. It really is. I mean, yeah, people thought they were all going the way. Oh, yeah.
A Karen is a Gary.
Well, according to Joe, yeah, a male Karen is Gary.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Kevin sounds better. I don't know. Whatever. We'll put it out to debate.
Anyway, so yes.
So Sparky says, good W to you. Good morning.
Good Wednesday. Good W.
Well, it could be. Hump day. Could be. Yeah,
anyway,
what were you saying?
So Jen is going to put away the last of the books today. They're all out and checked in, but they need to be organized into their categories.
Oh.
And then we got rose quartz in yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we did.
About 20 pounds of rose quartz. And I hear tell that another incense shipment is either going to arrive today or tomorrow, so they're going to kill me. But no, incense has been very, very hard to get. In fact, being a buyer these days has been a challenge. I'll sit and do an order and send it, and we'll get nothing, and then I'll have to do that order again, and it's just been crazy. And The incense thing is a tragic story. I'm sure we told you about that, that the resins were harvested and the place where they were harvested in Yemen was bombed. And then it's just been crazy. So I finally found a supply of dragon's blood, sandalwood, rose, and patchouli stick incense. So that's going to be coming in either today or tomorrow, because right now I think we have no boxes of stick incense in sandalwood or dragon's blood.
Well, they're both very popular.
They are. So I ordered
2 of the most popular scents, I think. That's not to say we've got no incense. We've got tons of incense.
Oh, we got tons of incense, but those 2 flavors in particular are very popular. We have the nag with sandalwood, nag with, lavender, those kind of things.
I love nag shampoo. Halmadi resin.
Halmadi resin.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It
but anyway,
lovely.
so we've ordered a boatload of dragon's blood and sandalwood, and that should be dropped either today or tomorrow. So that's good.
Gotta love it. And we've been playing catch up. Yeah, the books. So I wanted to say the books in tarot. We put up part 1 of the mother of all box openings the other day.
Part 2 is coming.
Part two is in the camera and got to be thrown together. So we'll put that up. But yeah, part 2 is just as long as part 1. And so you wouldn't believe, honestly, if you want a rough idea of all the stuff that's come in, just check that out. But that's only from one supplier, you understand. We have an awful lot of suppliers for books.
Yeah, but we didn't get 24 boxes.
No, not 24 cases, but we've got a few cases coming in, and they have the good news is the Cassandra Eason book.
Right,
3 cases that's on the way.
Everybody loves the Cassandra Eason Crystal Handbook.
It's a damn good book. That's why.
Because on the edge, instead of being in alphabetical order, that one's in color order. So if you get home and you think, I've got this green rock, and I don't remember what this green rock is, you can go to the green section, and they're very realistic pictures.
Yeah,
like sometimes the photography is
it's from the Smithsonian Institute.
There's one of these gems at
Unobtainium.
the Smithsonian Institute, and your little piece that came from a matrix and got tumbled looks nothing like it, so you'd never figure out what it is. But the Cassandra Eason book is really great, and it's by color, not alphabetical order, because if you don't know the name of the rock, you're not going to find it.
And that's an example of something that can only work as a book, because we're talking about that before. It's so nice. Books are so evocative. You can got a beautiful fire going, and you can just get lost in your book. It's amazing. Books are great. We love books. Well, we're authors. We're bound to love books, aren't we? We a vested interest. I'm sorry, we're keeping you
Yes, definitely. Well, we're second shifters. The elves were at the shop till what?
Well,
9:30, 10 o'clock last night.
It's not the hour, it's the company. That's what it is.
But are you going to say anything about what we were doing yesterday, or are you keeping that a secret till the video comes out?
We could mention it because this is a very
we had a good reason for missing
temporal thing, isn't it?
Yes, we had a good reason for missing Elevensies.
We did. Yeah, I've been practicing, and I had to go and take an exam yesterday, and I'm happy to say I passed. So
there'll be a series regarding.
Well, I don't know about series, but it's another tool for our plan for world domination and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Should you tell them? Are you going to tell them?
Well, I thought you would tell them.
You think I should tell them? Do you really want to know? Let us know if you want to know. I'll tell you if you want to know. If not, we'll just carry on.
If not, we'll just carry on.
Yeah. So
we're working. A lot of things are kind of coming together. Like when you think about what's going on,
the stuff going on.
There's the store,
and
then there's our spiritual life, and they're intrinsically linked.
Kind of.
So whatever we do for one affects or enhances the other. So many people know that our ultimate goal is to have a place called Celtica, which will be a place that our tradition can live on long after we
shuffle off this
coal. So pretty much everything that we're doing is kind of feeding that goal or that dream. And whatever we do for the shop, eventually when we're ready to go, Oh, I've got some do tells.
Do tell.
When we're ready to go and leave the planet, the shop, of course, will then belong to the church as well.
Yep.
So that whoever is carrying on the tradition will have that place to
it becomes
sell
the
supplies.
tradition's gift shop.
Yeah.
For want of a better word. Well, Worcester Cathedral's got a gift shop.
Many churches have a place where you can go, if it's Christian, you could go and buy crosses or rosaries or Bibles, things like that.
Not on a Sunday. Not in the UK.
That's weird, but anyway. Yeah,
You can't buy a Bible on a Sunday in the UK.
That's the day the preacher would need it, that he lost his.
We have the most stupid laws. I love them.
Anyway. So everything that we're doing is kind of coming together. And I think that we told you that we had gone to Salem and looked around for a second location, and we decided that instead we would put the time and effort and energy and money into our web store.
Yeah, our online presence all over, really.
Right. So we're overhauling our website. We're connecting it with God Deity. We're working on with Joe on more statuary. We're trying to get our YouTube station going so that feeds both the stores. We're working on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all these kind of social media things.
Plans for world domination.
And one of the things that's kind of important for YouTube videos is
what?
Drone footage.
Well, yeah. Well, we've got some really cool stuff of doing stuff and circles and gatherings and things like that. I mean, because with a drone, you can do stuff that you couldn't really get camera angles where you just can't. Now, the only problem is, I mean, you have to have like this fancy crane and all that sort of stuff, and somebody hanging off the end of it like they do in Hollywood, which costs $1 bazillion, and we haven't got that. Or helicopters, and they cost bazillions of dollars. But I'd like one of them, but that's another story.
Leos do suffer from shiny kit syndrome.
Well, you probably, I don't know if they do know. I'm actually a pilot. I got my pilot's license back in the UK, way back. In
Welshpool, if you can survive that airport.
You can land at Welshpool, you can land anywhere, believe me. It's between two mountains. It's kind of scary.
It's like the Gardner airport.
No, Gardner's flat compared to that. They've got the horrendous thermals, but anyway, we'll go.
There's no cows and flooding of a river.
Well, there is that small point. Yes, there's a 1 in 4 chance the runway will be flooded as well. So
or a cow, we'll be honest.
Sheep wandering across it. It's just anyway, we digress. So, there's such a thing as we thought that we've got Bob to do some drone footage before. My friend Bob.
That's worked very well.
With. Yeah,
but we can't just get him all the time.
Well, yeah, the guy's supposedly partly retired. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't keep dragging him out. Hey, Bob, we've got this great idea. Can you bring your drone? So we decided it would be a good idea. Maybe it's something that who needs an excuse for shiny kit? I know I don't.
Well, but in order to pilot a drone...
Yes, in order to use it for anything remotely commercial, which, believe it or not, if we put footage up on YouTube or we use it in connection with our business in any way, I need to have a commercial drone pilot's license. And that's kind of involved to get that. It's part 107 or whatever it is. So I've been studying and doing the course online, took a few practice exams, and yesterday had to go down to Essex County Airport in New Jersey to a testing centre because you've got to go do it in person. You have to prove that you're not cheating and all that fun stuff. And I'm happy to say I passed with 95%. Which is not too terrible. Not too terrible.
A drone pilot.
So all my paperwork has been submitted to the FAA, as the saying goes, and I can legally fly a drone commercially now. So
watch this space.
We might just have to go get a drone.
There you go. That's it. But in other words, that's an investment in our second store. We're looking at the website and our social media as a satellite store, right?
Yeah.
So Kathleen says, congratulations. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Gilda. Good morning, Gilda. Sparky. Good morning, Wenda.
Good morning, everybody.
Diane. Good morning, everybody. So we're looking at social media.
Congratulations, Captain.
There you go. We're looking at social media.
Well, thank you.
Sorry. All the social media stuff and our website as our second store. So we're going to put a little time and effort and energy into that and do some remodeling at 180 at the awareness shop,
Mm.
so we can physically fit everything in and do everything that we need to do.
Oh, yeah, we were there the elves were there last night, and of course, this one's got plans for world domination.
I always like to.
So, well, let's just make the book again.
Yeah.
How hard can it be? Okay, so I'll be building shelves. Fortunately, I do flat pack and carpentry and stuff like that. So we'll be doing more of the same. Yes, because we seem to have overdone it. I think we've got too much stuff.
Well, we had to put tissue paper and put some stacks of books on the floor because the two-sided book run isn't enough.
You can't leave them on the floor. Nobody's going to shop on the floor.
You know, there's the extra ones, like 24 of one book.
Oh, you mean like the back stock? Yeah.
Because you can only fit. I put those obviously facing forward, but.
Mike says, updating the website will help a lot. I never know what's in stock to place an order. Well, Mike, if it's on the website, it is in stock because that actually is in real time.
Right.
So, but you can't put everything we've got on the website.
All right. So we'll talk about jewelry.
Mm.
We have maybe 10,000 pieces of jewelry.
We got a lot of jewelry.
And they're all one-ofs.
Yeah.
So for us to take the man-hours to take a picture, write a description, upload that to the website, and then have it sell.
Or worse than that, have somebody say, oh, yeah, can I order that in a 9? I don't think we're actually going to get that again, let alone in a 9.
And I mean, a lot of this jewelry, I'm talking about the $5, $10, $15. It's not all the high-end stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's one of. So if it's something that's one of, and like the specialty crystals, we have a lot of what we call in the store collector crystals that run like $20, $30, $50, maybe up to $100. The man hours to put one of something up is a tremendous. There's no way we're going to be able to do that.
Right. And
we would have to have like 3 full-time people to run the store.
We would probably need a team just to maintain the website, just to do that. A team, not just one. So we've got a cunning plan there again to try and make remote shopping easier and more approachable.
Yes, we do have a plan.
We have a cunning plan for that. So more on that coming up.
Well, we could talk about it.
We could talk about it now. Why not? Okay, sounds like a good idea.
So after the first of the year. These next few weeks, we got to get through ho and inventory and end of the year paperwork and all that kind of stuff. So we can't do too much of that right
now. Too much.
But we are in the process of setting up a little studio in our house for social media, where we can use some of the other equipment that we have, cameras and light boxes, all that kind of stuff. But we are going to be offering shopping by appointment, Mike, where you can reserve one of us, either Anton, myself, Danny, Jen,
one of our weird,
Maria,
wonderful, dysfunctional family.
Yeah, one of our dysfunctional family, to be your personal shopper.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do a Zoom appointment or a Skype appointment.
Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, whatever works,
And we'll take you around the store and we'll show you all of those one-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're saying, I'm looking for an aquamarine necklace.
Oh, let me see that one moonstone. What size is that one? Well, it's a bloody blah.
Right.
That's it. So, can I see it on your finger? And yeah, there you go.
So we'll do that personal shopping thing. You can reserve an appointment because we recognize that even though social media is great and ordering on the web is fantastic, if it's something that we have, like, to order an Audenrod statue, you know what you're going to get. Right? You're either going to get it in its blue form or you're going to have a special order painted, right? So you know what you're going to get.
I don't think we offer it painted yet.
We offer painted in every one of them. We're working on that.
Well, they will be, but we haven't got one to show you yet. But anyway, moving on.
It's exhausting.
Really. I'm sorry. It's true though. Somebody's going, I want one of them painted.
If somebody called me today and said they wanted a painted Audenrod, Joe knows somebody who would do it to spec. So that is something we could offer. Okay. But if somebody said, I want a rose quartz point, and we have 10 different ones with 10 different quality and 10 different sizes.
I'd like one that's a little more purple than that.
Well, we do have some lavender rose quartz. We do have some Madagascar rose quartz. We've got some Arkansas rose quartz. We've got some Brazil rose quartz.
We got rose quartz coming out the wazoo.
They're all different. It's like selling a diamond, cut, clarity, that kind of thing. And I don't know exactly what I was talking about.
No, we were on about
so many
this
times it doesn't matter.
Concierge shopping thing. Mike's saying, "Oh, perfect. I wanted to get a chalice and mug, but not sure what you have." Yeah. So there's certain things lend themselves really well, like a painted this or whatever.
Right. The chalices are one-ofs.
Yeah.
Right. So even though we might have 6 with a raven, they're all different. Individual.
They're all different.
And the same with the mugs. We might have 10 with a pentacle, but they're all different.
And this is where we think, because that's what we're good at, right? We have got this wonderful.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah, we have this wonderful place, the awareness shop, and people are utterly blown away when they come in through the door. They're just like, you have to do a 180. I mean, it is 180 Main Street, but you have to do a 180. You can literally turn your life around, and you will turn your head around in there. You've never seen so many goodies in one small space, and it's amazing. But we're only available to people who can actually make it into the store. And whilst a book is a book and a CD is a CD and whatever is a whatever,
what you're getting.
Certain things lend themselves really easily to being sold online. You know what you've got, and then of course you have to deal with the big box sellers, the likes of Amazon, who will discount everything.
This was what I was trying to express when I got. We don't sell Aaron Rod painted. Okay.
Well,
what I was going to say is,
not going there.
We recognize that no matter what happens with online selling, many of the things that we sell, people will want to choose for themselves, right?
Correct.
They want to come in or feel like they've come in to hold that crystal or to try on that necklace and see how it feels, or to individually look at these pottery items. So we recognize that no matter how big the box stores get, no matter how many bootlegged illegal tarot decks you can buy on Amazon, people will still want to come in and hold the tarot box and turn it over and look at all the cards that are on the outside. So we could do a lot of that individually through Skype or Zoom or FaceTime or whatever means the person has at their house.
You're never going to get that from Amazon.
So Sanda is saying, awesome idea. Sanda, yes, you've called on the phone and we've done the teleselly thing. But again, you want to see individual items because a lot of the things that we have are individual. So what I'll also talk about, just for clarity, and then you can go on your next gig, right?
I don't know.
Joe Ladaddy and I have been working. He's been working to find someone to paint to order the statues. So in the shop, our intention is to have a plain Gwynepneith Carnunus and a
but it's
spammer and a painted one.
It's important.
And a plain Blodeuwedd and a painted one, and a plain Rhiannon and a painted one, and a Rhiannon with the Mari and a painted one. So we want to be able to set those shelves so that you could buy the regular one all day long, as much as you wanted, and then you could order a painted one, but you could see what it's going to look like. And you might say, well, I've always seen Rhiannon with blonde hair, so I'd like a blonde-haired Rhiannon. That could be done.
Custom paint.
Yeah. So the painted ones we would probably not sell off the shelf. They would be to order. They're examples to order. But we're working on having that ready too. So God Deity is going to get an overhaul.
Oh yeah, we've got all sorts of fun stuff in the offing, and we're going to try and embrace technology a little more, and for our part, try and get more engagement, particularly on YouTube. I think YouTube is. I mean, we're looking and being really brutal about it. I know I don't know how many people are watching us on the Book of Face. Well, it's neck and neck between the Book of Face and and the Tube of You right now. But there's less engagement. We get less engagement. Lives work on Facebook. So this probably gets reasonable engagement. And when we do box openings, they work live on Facebook. YouTube works better in the can. It seems that their algorithm for what they suggest people watch is more down to what's in the can. It's like a produced thing. So we're going to really set to in the new year and start producing programs, that you can follow on the Tube of You.
Right, like part one, part two.
Yep.
You know how we had recorded the moon in your natal chart, the moon through the houses, moon in the signs, that kind of thing. So there may be series like that.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube definitely wants content that is evergreen and not so much live.
Yeah.
They're not really into that. So Sanda says, moon book. What other moon magic book do you guys recommend? And I said, we actually got one in called Moon Magic that looked really fun. And then there was one called Planetary Magic that I think I put in the astrology section that talks a little bit about spell working with the moon and with all the different planets.
And Dorian loves her books, doesn't she?
Yeah, and Dorian says it all sounds that's exciting. So
it is exciting.
So I think he was talking about the statuary, or maybe also the online shopping.
Well, the concierge shopping, or whatever we're going to call it,
And I also recognize that they're not two separate stores, really, because whatever we're selling on the website, we have in the shop. But people are still going to want to make their pilgrimages.
Oh, yeah. Just the smell and the feel of the store is half of it.
We have people who have moved away, states away, and when they come back to visit family,
road trip.
We've got people in Florida, in North Carolina, Dorian even, who have moved out of state.
Mm-hmm.
That when they come back to visit family, they make their little pilgrimage because many of the things that we have are handmade by us. All of the votives, which we were going to talk about today.
That's actually what we were supposed to be talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. We'll talk about our candle. We finally caught up
all
with
of
the
it.
candles.
Haha. I would love a painted Gwynap Neath eventually. Well, yeah, we have one in the shop right now that you can look at that we're raffling for the church. So we're still trying to do some fundraisers for Celtica.
Absolutely.
And as we go forward in the into 2022, good Lord, we might do
what
some.
happened to 21?
What happened to 20? We might do some fundraisers. So look, I just want to talk a little bit about candles, but we'll save the candle magic thing for another day.
Okay, yeah. No, we can do it. We finally caught up with all of our candles. We did. That's one thing. We've been working, and we have 100%. We have no outs right now. That's
no outs.
No outs.
So think about this. We have 120 different kinds of votives.
Mm-hmm.
Plus we have now...
No, it just means it ran out of card.
Plus we have some special pours for the holidays. We have gold, which smells amazing.
It does.
That you can jazz up any of your prosperity magic with, right? Like if whatever prosperity magic you're doing, whether you're doing it with crystals or incense or spray or candle magic, whatever elemental magic you're doing, you could jazz it up with a gold candle. And in the gold candle, that's part of this is a misfit.
It's one
Island of misfit toys, so we kept it ourselves.
We would see there's it's slightly what happened was it's a precise measurement, and we managed to make more of those than we thought we were going to. And unfortunately, I just ran out of wax right at the very end of the last pour of the last candle. And so the top's a little bit So we keep it for ourselves.
Dorian says he's moving back to New York in the summer. Awesome. And then he said the gold votive is amazing! ! I picked up a few of those. They really do manifest money, the gold votives. We always save a couple for ourselves.
We hello Shannon, we only make them this time of year.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's one that this one is very complicated. So this is a misfit, you can see by the top. So we would never put that out for sale.
We'll keep it to ourselves.
But this is called Gifts of the Magi.
Mm.
So it's gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So these guys, Anton, has to do 5 separate pours. 2, 4, 5. So
5,
the one at the bottom, 2 for this one, and 2 for this one. 5 separate pours to get a 3-colored votive. So this is a lot of time and effort and energy.
Mm.
So because of the wax, this last one didn't have the best pour.
It's still magically charged.
It absolutely is. We're going to use it ourselves on Yule. Alvin Arthur. Yeah. So we have Gifts of the Magi in stock, but they're when they run out, they're gone.
That's it. We won't be making any more Gifts of the Magi this season until next year.
Next winter.
So we at this present moment in time, I want to say we've probably got about 40 for sale. I think, give or take, maybe a little less, But if you want them, now's the time to get them. Same with gold. All right.
Yeah, gold when it's gone, and people scaff that one up pretty quick because.
Yep.
And then I don't know if you guys know we have a candle club. A couple of you might be on it. Pam, I think, is.
Candle club is something else.
We do a special pour every month for Candle Club. So we look ahead and we think, what full moon is coming? What kind of magic would people want to be doing? And what can we do a special pour for? So in addition to the 120 that we have, plus gold, plus Gifts of the Magi, every month we do something for Candle Club that's exclusive to Candle Club.
It's the only way you can buy it.
So they are 11 candles for the price of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you get...
at the old price.
At the old price, right. Because right now, the votives are $3 a piece.
And the price
so
of
11
wax,
of them would be $33.
Yeah, the price of wax. The way it's going at the moment, we may have to increase the cost of our candles. Hopefully not. We'll try and hold them down. They've been $3 for a good while, so
right.
If we can keep them at that, we'll do
wicks have gone up because we don't use lead wicks.
No.
Everything has gone up. The shipping of everything has gone up. Essential oils have gone up.
Because we use essential oils, we have to use Vibar to keep it in there. I couldn't obtain that stuff. I've had to go to the West Coast to buy up a chunk of that stuff.
So there's a really
forever to come. Yeah.
Really cool video. One of the brooms shows him making candles and he tells people how. But anyway, so this coming month, January, you could join Candle Club right now and get December's. You could. Which you would get Gifts of the Magi and gold in there.
You would actually, yeah.
Gemini Full Moon is part of that, I think. Or else that one went into magical year. I don't know because
we're confused because this morning we were formulating the one you're going to be talking about. Aren't you?
So we all know that the new moon in February will usher in the year of the water tiger. So Anton has gotten a formulary ready for water tiger.
Oh, it wasn't just me. She has a hand in this as well, you know.
And we also know, I hate to say these words together, that Mercury retrograde is coming. So we have made a special pour called Retrograde Remedy.
Yep.
That'll be in that Candle Club. So you could sign up for Candle Club if you want. It comes out on the 5th of every month, and you get 11 candles for $25 instead of $33.
10 for 30, yeah.
Yeah, 10 for 30. If you bought them in the store, you'd get the 11th one free. So it'll be $30 if you just came and choose your own. But you wouldn't get the special pours necessarily. We do offer gold and Gifts of the Magi this time of year.
Yeah.
All right. So Santa is saying, I have a silly question, not sure how to word it, but...
No such thing as a silly question.
Can one practice spells, have rituals with crystals, moon magic, candles, etc., without necessarily being a Wicca practitioner? Do they work?
You can be a witch without being Wiccan, yeah.
What would such a person be called? Okay. You could call yourself a witch. There are Christian witches.
Hedge witches.
Yeah.
A cunning man, cunning woman, wise woman. Whatever you want to call yourself, frankly.
Would they still work? Now.
Depends.
if you believe, you will receive. But Wicca is definitely a traditional craft of the wise. Everyone who's Wiccan would call themselves a witch. You wouldn't be.
You can't be Wiccan without being a witch. It's the
Yeah.
long and the short of it. You can be a witch without being Wiccan.
And if you are truly Wiccan, you would have a ritual and a particular way, a tradition of how you would perform spells. Like a lot of times we get people that come in the store and I want to do love magic, blah, 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 blah. And I ask them what their belief system is. What would their ritual be like? Do they cast a circle? You know, because I kind of want to see what they're doing. But yes, you could perform candle magic, crystal magic, or any kind of magic. But it would be more like an intentional prayer than it would be a Wiccan ritual.
Exactly.
So yes, prayers still work. Intentions are still set. You could still perform any kind of magic that you wanted and not be Wiccan.
Right.
But if you are Wiccan, you definitely are a witch.
There's what I would say. This is Sandra who's saying this, yeah. I mean, it's cheap plug, Sandra, but I would recommend you read our book, Simply Wicca, because it will explain like how, you know, what Wicca is, because a lot of people have got a misconception of it, to be honest, as well.
Yeah.
And
it'll give you a good backbone for spell work.
For spell work and what magical energies, because ultimately we work with energy. That's basically what it's about. And understanding how that energy works makes you a better practitioner with
Right,
it.
plugging into what's going on, right? Where is the sun right now? Sagittarius. Where is the moon right now? Where are the other planets? I want to do prosperity magic. What's Jupiter doing today? I want to do some win at court magic. What's Saturn doing today? You know, having that understanding of the connection to the planets and what they're offering. It's kind of, well, I explain it in when I teach a class. It's like going to the pantry to make dinner.
Yep.
Right? You're hungry, you want to be fed. What ingredients do you have? And what's the best thing you can make out of that group of ingredients? So you're still going to get fed, but you're going to eat what's in the pantry that you already have. Yeah?
I want to explain that even further from what you're saying. It's like learning to cook, all right, and realizing that the stuff that you've got in the pantry you can make something with because you know what to put raw ingredients together. If all you've got is a packet of Betty Crocker mashed potatoes, and other mashed potatoes are available, then that's what you're having for dinner, isn't it? And honestly, if you think about it, if the only tool in your toolbox is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And when you start to realize that you've got a multiplicity of energies available to you, learning how to harness those and learning how to work with those makes you a better magical practitioner, whatever you call yourself. And it just so happens that there's a name for it, and you can dig into it. So you don't have to be part of a coven to be Wiccan. You can be a solitary practitioner. Yeah, absolutely.
But if you understand the elements, if you're building a relationship with deity, if you're doing all these things, you may as well do them in some form. I was just reading what Smarro wrote.
Oh, yeah. Mike says, forget my trips to Salem. I need to get to New Paltz. Funny you say that, because we think we've got everything you've got in Salem and then some.
And better prices because our rents aren't so astronomical. We did tell you, so I might be repeating myself, and I am sorry, that the rent for a store that would be about half the size again of what we have in New Paltz was nearly $7,000 a month.
Insane.
That's like $1 million.
And that was not move-in ready. We would have had to have done a massive amount of work on there to actually
just pay
sell a damn thing. Yeah.
So Smarro says yes, coming to the shop is like her form of therapy, and it's true.
We love to see
people.
You always got a
we love that we know so many people by name. We've mastered over 700 people in Reiki.
She's one of your Reiki.
She's one of my Reiki peeps. So it's good to see those people. And Nicole says, and you guys have a better vibe. Well,
thank you.
I think it's because it's not so commercialized. If you know you have to pay a $7,000 a month mortgage, you are going to try to upsell every single person that comes in there. And yeah, it's a shop. We sell things.
We do.
But we don't try to manipulate somebody into buying something they can't afford, right? When somebody says, hey, do you have...
Ruthless people.
Yeah, a little bit. If somebody says, do you have... I need a tarot deck, right? And we'll talk about the Pamela Coleman Smith commemorative set, because that has a book, a layout sheet.
Stupidly good value.
Yeah, another book about her life and times. It has all these things. It's a kit. And you could go home and put that spreadsheet out and read tarot. But if somebody really can't afford that, we'll say, well, look, you know what? Buy a pocket deck.
Yeah.
Because
it's got the same cards.
That's a lot less money than even the $22 regular size Rider Waite. You're still going to have all the images. You're still going to have a tiny little booklet in there. And you can get started. You can learn. And then look around at home and see what you could keep it in. Do you have a special handkerchief or a piece of...
One of your grandmother's scarves.
Right?
Maybe.
One of your grandma's scarves, something like that. So you don't necessarily have to buy the whole big kit and a pouch and everything else to get started.
It's great if you can get all the tools, you know, it's great. But you know, this is one of the things as well that we explain in plugging our book again, in our chapter on magical tools. It's great if you've got them. But you have to understand, you don't actually need a damn thing. You know?
Right.
You're going to need a tarot deck to read tarot.
To read tarot, yeah.
You are. But...
or you could do what Margot used to do. She had a code book, and she'd hold your hand and say, I see the 3 of Cups. Blah, 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 blah. You know, so once you learn the tarot language, you can do that. Dorian says, yes, Salem overall is expensive. Not just rent for shops, but housing. Absolutely. Everything is crazy. And he says, for real, you guys have everything that Salem has, just in one place. You don't have to walk all over and try to find it in multiple stores.
You left them over there. I can run and get them.
No, that's
if you
fine.
need tissue.
It's all good. So yeah, no, we've worked really hard to try to provide the tools for your toolbox.
Mike's saying there are personalities inside them. Well, you know, we try to be gracious and we don't say anything bad about anybody. So
right.
You know,
and one
comment noted.
one of the things that we really do try to do is not worry about what anybody else is doing.
Exactly.
Right? We don't want to copy anybody else. We want our own original ideas. We've been flattered with people copying us plenty of times.
Most sincere form of flattery.
In fact, Victoria's Secret tried to buy our trademark karma points.
Well, they found out it was trademarked.
Yeah, they wanted. Hi, Amber. They wanted to buy karma points, but that's our customer rewards program, so we wouldn't let them. But we're remarking about Salem as a whole, not about like trying to slag any individual or store up there. There are plenty of fantastic people, plenty of fantastic
there's some
stores.
lovely people there. Yeah, without doubt.
But the rent is outrageous, and the price for readings was outrageous to me.
It's a nice place to go visit.
But you understand, as a business person, if you're paying $8,000 a month in rent, you're going to have to up the price of things. You know, even some of the tarot decks that were being sold were marked up more than the sticker price on the box, which was really wild.
It's kind of, whoa, hold on a minute. Well, I mean, if you can do it, you can do it, I guess, but that's not our way. You know, we recognize that people come to us, are on a journey, are on a path, and we do our absolute best to try and help you get there without bankrupt. We want you to be with us for life. We don't just want to take money off you and never see you again.
Right.
That's not our way.
Yeah, we don't need to oversell you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's getting on for part of the day.
So we make every single one of our own candles. 2 things I want to say about Salem, which I nearly fell over backwards. I looked at some unfortunate accident of a handmade votive.
Oh, right.
Okay, this was done like with the wax way too cold and just like thrown together. Probably made in a water bath to do it. Set with wick pins. And they were asking like $5 or $6 for a sodding votive.
Because they were magically charged.
What? And hold on. You've seen that. If you don't, see our pottering about pottery video, and you see all our pottery that we've got. Right. I think you fell off the perch. Like $250 for a damn chalice
there
or
were
whatever.
some handmade pottery chalices, and there was one store that had them for $250, 10 times more, and another for $300.
Wow, that's one expensive reading you got there, Mike, at $250.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you. Whoa.
Well,
Yeah.
oddly enough, I wanted to get a reading because I wanted to. Again, I was testing the waters for a place to put.
It was
another
market
store.
research. For
Market
us.
research. So I thought, well, I'll get a reading because I want to see what my pool would be like of who am I going to have read for me. Now, understand, I've been honestly reading professionally for over 30 years, right?
Yes.
And I'm
You don't
very,
suck
very.
at it.
I don't suck at it, and I'm very picky about who I let read in my name, right? So in other words, the awareness shop. Whoever is reading at the awareness shop, their client's going to say, I got a reading at the awareness shop. That's on me.
Mm-hmm.
So as their interview, I make the reader read me. Because if they can't read me, they're not going to read for me. And that sounds pretty, snooty, but it is, right? I want to see their style. I want to see their sincerity. I want to see their accuracy, whatever. So I decided to get a reading, and I paid $50 plus a tip because I wouldn't not tip for 15 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. The scary thing with readings as well, where, if somebody says to you, we could tell you, I'm sorry, we've done some of these stories where, we've had a young girl in our store crying because she had to give her earrings to somebody.
Oh, I'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And oh, quick, give me $200 and I'll burn this candle for you because you've got this terrible hex on you. You are not going to get that. If somebody were doing that in our store, their feet wouldn't touch. I assure you. That's not what we do. All
right. So to finish my thing about the reading,
Please.
I paid $50 for 15 minutes, and hysterically enough, the person who read me was from Westchester. So I picked the reader that was from New York.
All the way there.
But it was a fantastic reading. So I gave her my card and said, I own this store in New York. Because she said I only come to Salem for Halloween. So yeah. But yes, we've had people come and go in town. And we did have a young girl who came in crying because she was told she had to pay $200 to get this curse off of her, and they took her grandmother's gold earrings instead. So we called the police for her and had her go down and get her earrings back.
Yeah.
Dorian is saying, yeah, there was a Gwinnett Meath votive for $250.
What?
A votive?
What?
Oh no, it's a pillar. A pillar.
Oh,
Still.
What?
Still, that's 10 times at least,
Okay, should we raise the price of our candles?
Well, we did raise them.
Okay.
We had to raise the votives to $3 because of the cost of wicks and wax and ingredients.
And that was a while ago.
We're trying really hard to keep things as affordable as possible, but all the supplies are getting ridiculous.
And if you're into candles, and who could not be into our candles, to be honest? If you're into candles, join the candle club. Yep. You're going to get your month's supply of candles at the old price. So you're going to get 11 candles for $25.
So that's another thing that we want to do on YouTube is and put on our website is little talks with each of the readers so that you could see like what their vibe is and how they feel and who you'd like to see.
I should warn you, if we get Hannah back on, you're just going to cry laughing. She's got the most infectious laugh.
Yeah. Well, we do have those lives readings that we did with different readers. We had them come as guests. So a few of them, I think we have...
We'll find them on the broom, yeah.
Yeah, we have Danny the Rune Reader. We have Amaryllis, Hannah, Rogan, Gwendolyn. Quite a few of the readers. Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a few of them.
Okay, cool.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta.
No, they're not on the broom.
Oh, okay.
They're recorded on the lives that we did.
Yes. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, that's cool. Well, look, everybody's saying really nice things about us. Thank you. It's very touching. It is. Perhaps we are slightly touched. Yeah.
Someone tried to get $900 from me for a ritual because they said my aura was blocked, and they claimed they saw that I had that much money, and I didn't. A few weeks after that reading, though, I won $900 at a casino in Monticello.
I just love the way the universe has the ability to balance things out. I love it. I love it. I think that's so cool.
Don't ever pay somebody to do that kind of work. And most real witches would only do healing work anyway.
But do understand, that said, there's a nice one. Do understand what?
That's Margo. Sorry.
She had to join in. Do understand also that, you know, the psychic, that's their gig. That's what they do. That's their job, yeah? You wouldn't go to a plumber and say, well, you know, can you fix me a sink? And, you know, oh, well, maybe I'll pay you, maybe I won't. Or can't you do it for less or whatever? Maybe, you know, while you're here at our house, you know, doing the sink, maybe you could fit the shower and, the, you know, re-plumb the bathroom and all that. No, you know, come on. There's you have to understand this person does that for their living, and this is the time they've said they're going to give. So, just, you know, it's got to be fair.
So Sanda says, when are you guys posting part 2 of the huge box opening? When we get ourselves cloned, because we have to edit it.
Yeah, got to edit it, but hopefully, maybe by the end of today, if I get round to it. All right, I'll try.
Kathleen says that reading was in New York City, so they tried to get as much money as they could from me. All right, so I don't know if anybody remembers. A few minutes ago, I was talking about Margo, and we said you don't even need a tool. You could just close your eyes and see a card. And I said, you know, Margo had her own code book, and she would hold your hand and say, I see the 3 of Cups. I did say that.
You did. And if you don't, scroll back. You can see.
So I know Margo's visiting me today, and I still love her very much. I miss her, and we talk about her a lot. We still have her name on the bathroom door. Because she
I'm
used
off to see Margo.
Right? So it says Margo's office on the bathroom door. And it used to always say that when she was in reading in the store as well. So she was the only one of her sisters who did not become a nun. She was a psychic. And she read for us for many years. And she had the room where Lori was for a while now. Lori's reading at home. And where Shawn Michael and Hannah and Jen.
What we call the blue room.
The blue room.
The blue room, yeah.
And that shares a wall with the bathroom. So she said, I have this great idea since I have to use the bathroom so much. Why don't we just make one of those little sliding portal doors here? And I could be like the priest and the confessional. And the client could come into the blue room and you know, I could read from the toilet. You know. So the bathroom door still says Margo's office. And when somebody new needs to use the bathroom, they say, where's the bathroom? And we say, where it is. And they open, they say, it says Margo's office. And we said, that's it. And she may or may not be in there. But anyway, today's card of the day is indeed
the 3 of Cups.
The 3 of Cups. 1 in 78 chance, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you, Margo. Reading for card of the day is celebrate life.
Celebrate. Oh, celebrate life. It's not a rehearsal. Okay,
be
this
grateful,
is not a rehearsal.
Be thankful.
Yeah.
Just put out there, I am grateful for. Thank you, universe. Thank you, life. Thank you, whatever big good thing.
I promise you, the more you're grateful for, the more you will have to be grateful for. The bigger your attitude of gratitude, the bigger you will.
The more crazy crap like this is going to start happening. You're going to get into that synchronicity of the world.
It is. Stop looking at how crap this is and how bad that is. Try to. This is what we love when we say we have our own private Idaho. We can leave that crap at the door. In fact, we ask people to leave the crap at the door.
Put your hands in the salt.
Put your hands in the salt. Sometimes you need to go smudge yourself, all right?
I said to the girls the other day, I said, you know, do we have any leftover salt? Because the salt thing is like evaporated. It's almost empty. And they said, it hasn't evaporated. People have been taking it. I'm like, taking the salt? They said, yes, people are desperate to get rid of negative energy. Well, then leave it in the salt. Don't take the salt.
Don't take the salt. No, the salt is there to ground it out. Oh, here we go.
No, we'll put out all that energy.
So absolutely. If you focus on things that you're grateful for, you will have more to be grateful for.
And the universe is joyfully abundant.
So do that. You know, this is not a rehearsal. You know, your happiness lies within. It's here.
Kathleen says, I need a shirt that says, go smudge yourself. Well, let me tell you that Nicole, who's on today, has one. She was wearing it the other day at the shop.
Hook up. Ask Nicole
Ask
to
Nicole
hook
where
you up.
she got it.
We don't do clothes. That would be just too much. We you know.
Danny does a few bits and things.
Yeah,
but
no, that's what size, you know? Because we're all weird and wonderful people, so none of us are the same size. I think we've made Gilda laugh a bit there as well. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I know we whittled on a bit. We've whittled on for nearly an hour.
Right, but now we have to go do Monday's admin because we're so far behind.
We've got to play catch up now. Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff to do. Hopefully, it's not going to happen before the sun goes down.
No.
Before the clock strikes midnight, perhaps.
With luck
And a fair wind, we'll get the other half of the
up.
box opening up.
But we got a lot of miles to cover, literally.
Yeah, So we're working on it. And actually, believe it or not, my dear sweet bunny who doesn't do technology said, I need to learn to edit video.
I really need to learn to edit video for YouTube because it's a partnership and each of us always has something else we really have to do.
That's it, and so we'll do that. We'll get it there. It's not that hard. We're fortunate we're in the Apple ecosystem. We use Final Cut.
Pam says she was going to request religious accommodation at work and set up a smudge station.
Absolutely.
You got to be careful though; it'll set the sprinklers off.
Yeah, there is that. You might get to all four elements. I love it.
All right, guys.
All right. Listen, we got to go.
Please shop local.
Yes.
We'd really like to pay our mortgage this month.
Oh, please, yeah. And
don't give Amazon any more money.
Yeah, no, come on. Jeff's got enough planes. I mean, yeah, there was a beautiful Cessna Citation in the hangar yesterday, and I thought, you know how much I would need to buy that plane? It's in the millions of dollars.
Hey, be happy we're splashing out for a drone.
A drone will do for now. Yeah, can't quite run to the Citation just yet, but that's one day maybe. One day. They're
it doesn't preserve the path or tradition.
Not really.
You're gonna have to earn.
But I'm a pilot. That's my excuse. I need to stay current. There you go. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Have a wonderful day. Remember the 3 of Cups. And
yes.
Let that be with you today.
Be grateful. Be grateful. Attitude of gratitude. And
celebrate life.
We are grateful to have you guys watching us today. So thank you so very much. We know you could have been anywhere.
But you were here with us.
And we like that. We thank you for it. All right. So have an amazingly beautiful day. Be blessed. Be well. And there will be box openings, but probably not today. Go and watch the other one if you want to see some of the stuff we're into. Go check that out. Check it out. It's on the Tubi U. All right. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.